Hey guys, so I just got on not too long ago, and already I've seen two videos talking about this person. New ones now. August the Duck is a channel I watch, and he was talking about it. And Charlie, Moist Critical. So when you get Charlie's attention, you know it's got to be good. So they are responding and reacting to this video right here. Women are not real. So Nuance now, 4,600 subscribers. How long has he been on here? 2013. Deconstructing the status quo. Oh,
Here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal.
no. With such bangers as women have no authority, or what to do when she cheats on you, or the only way to build an attraction with a girl. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and check
Women
this out.
are.
Oh, we're in for quite a doozy, aren't we? So, let's see. He's got, looks like some cultural appropriation. Dude, you're white. You shouldn't be having those, it looks like African based sculptures behind you. Plenty of books. Don't know how many of those he's actually read, or if it's just for looks. But let's see what this genius over here has to say about women not being real.
Women are the physical manifestation of sensory perception. And in the same sense that when your senses are overloaded in any particular way, whether they're overloaded with pleasure or overloaded with pain, if your senses keep receiving that same stimulus over and over, you are not going to have as strong of a reaction to that same stimulus. In this same sense, being that women are the physical manifestations of this phenomenon, that is why women's value must be preserved. They can't be trusted to handle anything of greater responsibility, anything of greater importance than daily household chores and taking care of babies. Not taking care of children, taking care of babies.
Well, right off the bat, we seem to be off to a great start, saying that they can't be trusted. Essentially, these women creatures can't be trusted with anything apart from taking care of newborns. And I'm sure he's going to try blaming all his love life problems on these women creatures that have just come out in the past couple of years, according to, people in the media. First female this, because women are just brand new. This, I don't know, seems like a nice guy. Not like a nice guy, like a genuinely nice guy, but one of those nice guys, my lady. Like, this is the guy who will say, I can do this, I can do that, but then he'll turn around and call her a nasty fucking slut. And I understand. He's like, John, well, you look just like that. Well, I can't help the way I look. Sorry, if I could just morph my face to look better looking and not like ugly, I would in a heartbeat. But I'm stuck with this face. Unfortunately, despite the fact that my views obviously don't align with those people you are thinking I'm, like, I still have to bear the burden of being accused of because of my appearance. So if I could change my ugly looks, I would, but I can't. So just got to make do with what you have. But this is the one saying that women aren't real and that women are basically just meant for staying inside and taking care of babies. So you can say whatever you want. This guy's truly misogynistic. So, yeah, say what you will about my looks. This is the true douchebag right here.
Because once babies turn into children, that's when the psychological development comes into place, which far exceeds the capabilities that women are able to provide for the child. But going back to the value preservation, women's value has to be preserved while a man's value has to be created. Women are born with inherent value, men are born with no value, or next to no value.
What? What the fuck is he blabbering about? That women are created with inherent value and men have to... No! We all start out the same, and depending on how you work in life is how you're perceived. It's simple as that. If you're growing up and you're going through life and you're not doing much, and you're a menace to society like criminals, you're going to be looked at differently than someone who is successful, who is doing something with their life, who isn't robbing people or murdering people. So, of course, the person who's a criminal is going to have less value placed on them because they're not benefiting society or doing anything to help anyone in any kind of way. They're just causing misery and everything. So they're going to have a lesser value, and that goes for men, that goes for women, that goes for they, them, zimzer, and every other fucking 57 other genders under the sun. So no one is born with value like that. Everyone has to earn it. Now, unfortunately, it seems like in society that it does come to a point where, people place too much value on the material stuff, like money, and this is a very, very small population of people who do that. Not everyone loves money. Not everyone wants to wipe their asses with fucking $100 bills and still be able to, blow hundreds of thousands of dollars on new cars and whatever. There's just a small population that think money and material things are everything, at that their value is what they can accumulate with that money, when it's not. It's accomplishments, how good you are as a person, and what you do for other people. That's what really should be valued. If you have a family, making sure your family is well taken care of, feeding them, providing for them, making sure they're safe. So very few people put material things ahead of, and those are people who value others less based on what another person has. But we're all born the same. We all start out with nothing. And depending on which way we go in life, some of us are valued more than others. If you have two people going into a job interview, the one with the better skill set is valued a lot more than the person without that skill set, because that one person with the skill set is more beneficial to the company. It's not because the other person's dumber or less rich or whatever. It's because that person with the skill set is more beneficial. They can go in and help make more money for that company. And it's a multitude of things. And to say that women are inherently born with value and men have to earn it, it's fucking stupid. I think this dude's just looking up shit and trying to like put it all cohesively together, and he has no fucking clue what he's talking about.
You're born with the potential for value. That's why when you see a young woman who hasn't done anything with her life, nobody's going to look down on her if she doesn't want to go to college or if she doesn't want to work. Nobody's going to think less of her for not wanting to do those things. Whereas they definitely will look down on a young man who doesn't want to go to college and doesn't want to work and doesn't want to improve himself.
Society looks down on anyone who doesn't want to improve themselves. Look at all the females who are just trying to not even make a living, but think they can make a living just by selling pictures of their bodies. They are utterly destroyed verbally all the fucking time. Like, why don't you get a real fucking job? Instead of selling your body like a fucking whore online, why don't you get a real job? But apparently, people like that don't exist. Because girls are just, they're able to sell their bodies and not have real fucking jobs, and everyone's perfectly fine with it. No, everyone is criticized when they don't want to fucking do anything in life. So, what the fuck is this dude talking about?
Since women are born with inherent value, it can't actually be increased in the same way that a man's can. Men's value is based on what they've done and the type of person that they've turned themselves into. What kind of value they've brought into the community in which they're living or into the larger society. But a woman's value is not based on that. The reason a woman has inherent value is because her value is based on her fertility. To put it bluntly, that's what it's based on. Women's value is based on their fertility. That's what.
So he's saying women's value is based on how many babies they can have, based on their fertility. You know what I think about that? That's what I think about that. Who is this? Who is this guy's audience? This guy is fucking nonsense right now, and I can see why Charlie, is watching and, all that, because this guy he has no fucking clue, and sensory and stuff. It's like, isn't that throughout life? That's our senses: eyes, nose, ears, mouth. I mean, that's what we have is senses. That's how we experience the fucking world around us. We have senses, and those senses take in information and interpret that in our brain, and that's how we see the fucking world. But apparently, what? I think this person just woke up and said, what's the dumbest fucking thing I can say today? And then he said it.
It's in the best interest of a woman not to waste her inherent value and try to lock down a high value man, or a man who looks like he's on his way to becoming high value, as soon as she can. The more experiences a woman goes through, the less value she has as a woman. And it's not just fertility either, it's also based on her ability to stay with a mate. Children are more likely to survive if the father's in the home. Children grow up much healthier and much happier and are much more successful later in life when the father is present.
Okay, that is honestly the first truthful thing and non-made up thing that this dude has said in the first 2 minutes. It's only been 2 minutes. I've been recording for 11 minutes. We've only watched 2 minutes of this video. But that's the first thing, the truth. Statistically, it has been proven when children have both mother and father in the household, they grow up a lot better than single-parent households. That is true. They've shown that with, black communities, how they interpret certain things with, there's a lack of fathers, there's a rise in crime, because it's just a better living situation when you have both parents. Not always. I mean, I didn't have my real dad for some of it after we moved. My mom remarried. But as long as you have some kind of male figure in the house who isn't a complete douchebag, you're going to grow up just fine for the most part, because scientifically shows that children with both parents in the household grow to be more successful. I mean, I'm not really that successful, but I'm not going out committing crimes, and that's what really matters. I grew up well, and I was taught well, and instilled with values, and even though I'm not out making fucking tons of fucking money, I'm also not committing crimes, so, but that's the first truthful thing he's said this entire time. It's only been 2 minutes for the video. It feels like it's been an eternity listening to this guy.
And not just present, but consciously involved in the children's lives. That's why stepfathers don't really do the trick. You can't just inject a male person into a child's life and say, this is your new father now. That's not how psychology works. That's not.
I have a stepdad. A military stepdad. So you can bet your ass that I was in line most of the time. Of course, being a teenager, you're going to act out. You're going to do stupid shit, shoplift, and stuff like that. But for the most part, we weren't as bad as, say, our friends. My friend was fucking stupid as hell. Like, this kid was he didn't even know his fucking address. I would go over there, his dad would ask him to take out the fucking garbage. 3 hours later, his dad comes home. He's like, Craig, why is the garbage still sitting there? He's like, he'll take it out. He's like, no, I asked you 3 hours ago to take it out. He's like, I'm getting to it. And then it's like, I end up taking it out. It's like, I don't even live here. It's not even my house. It's like his fucking parents like me more because I exhibited more of a son, behavior than their own fucking son. But I had a military stepdad. I'm just fine. So,
not how human brains work. The child knows it's not their actual father. And before any idiots go, well, I formed a bond with my stepfather, I'm aware that exceptions exist. I would still argue that you're not as close to your stepfather as you would have been to your biological father had you had the chance. But like I said, the more experiences, whether positive or negative, that a woman goes through decreases her value because women cannot handle the stresses or the pleasures of life. The more stress she goes through, the more she sees the world as nothing more than a negative place. And I've mentioned this in a previous video, but it's because women are not able to connect with God in the same way that men are. Women are not able to renew themselves mentally. They see everything on earth through the lens of the material. They see everything on earth through the lens of sensory perception. If something
You want to know who else sees things through sensory perception? Everyone on this fucking planet. Human beings, animals, even plants. Venus flytraps who are able to sense things on them so they know when to. We all have senses. That's how we go through life. Otherwise, we'd be like, all the fucking time. We all have sensory perception, and that's how we live. Watching videos like this right now is sensory perception. You are taking in, and it's, eyes are absorbing all that data, sending it to your brain, and you're interpreting what you are seeing on the screen. We all have sensory interpretation and all that stuff. So what the fuck is this dude talking about? It's like, I can't even watch the rest of it because this dude is fucking retarded. I can see why people are talking about him. He's fucking stupid.
Doesn't excite them enough, then it's not a good thing. If something stresses them out too much, then it's also not a good thing. Everything has to be new, everything has to be fresh, everything has to be exciting all the time, 100% of the time.
Well, I guess women who have been married to their spouse for, 50, 60 years don't exist. Because apparently, according to him, women need something fresh and new and exciting. My friend's parents are in their 60s. She's a year older than me. Her parents are in their 60s. They've been together since high school, or essentially college. I think it was my friend's dad who dropped out of college to be with my friend's mom. And they've been together since. Like I said, they're in their 60s, so they've been together a long time. The woman, her mom doesn't exist because apparently women need something new and fresh. Dude, who hurts you? Seriously, who the fuck hurts you?
Otherwise, it's bad. That's how women see the world. They don't have an accurate lens of reality through which they see the world. They just don't see reality. They interpret the quality of reality through the type of sensory input they're receiving. That's why girls don't work out. You ever wonder why the vast majority of women don't work out? They are fortunate enough to be born with a nice looking body, and then it just wastes away. They don't work out. They could preserve their body a little bit by...
Okay, I'm not going on anymore. Now apparently women don't work out. They might go to the gym a little bit, but they don't work. This dude is fucking stupid. Okay? Do not be like this dude. Women are not worthless. They don't need to just be in the house. They can have fulfilling careers. Like I said, my friend's parents, in their 60s, they've been together since 18, 19, 20 years old. So there goes that whole, women need something fresh and new and be happy. No, they don't. No, they don't. Like I said, who fucking hurt him? What female turned him down to where he's this fucking idiotic, misogynistic asshole? I'm not even 5 minutes into this, and we've already been recording almost 20 minutes, and I can't go on anymore. There's very few times you'll see me get like this to the point where I can't finish a video. But this dude has no fucking sense of what he's talking about. It's like he just looked up a bunch of words, tried to form a coherent argument together. And, oh, women aren't real. Sensory perception, that's what life is. That is how we live, is through sensory perception, you fucking artard. Jesus, in fucking name of Lucifer. God. Like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sure you were expecting a longer video with me tearing this guy apart, but I have no fucking words. I have nothing left I can say about this fucking artard. This dude is fucking stupid. Women aren't real, and yet he acknowledges that they are, and they should basically stay in the kitchen and raise babies. But no, not children, because apparently women aren't stable enough and capable enough to raise children. Then he's saying women don't work out and because they've been gifted with bodies and they don't see the reason to work out because they're, no, everyone works out. Go to the gym. Has this dude been to a gym? Has this dude ever gone outside before, or is he just looking up on fucking Reddit trying to What are these strange, long-haired, boobied creatures I see outside? There was someone outside wearing a skirt. What is this creature that I was seeing? So I can't finish it. I can't. I'll leave the link for the video below if you want to watch all of it. I can't. I can't. You know, this is one of those times, very seldom, that you'll see me at a loss for words. And I can't finish it. So, I'm done here. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.